All right, EX30, old wheel, but this one has 4,800 watt hours of battery from a Master Pro V2. It is a 50E battery, but with 8P groups, that is really not hindering it at all. The modification, the way that I went about this modification is a little bit different from what Albert from 2 Cells 1 Pack did. I'm actually using the stock EX30 frame and tube guides. The modification that I chose to do was for these lower battery brackets down here. Usually they come up to where this top screw is, right beneath that pedal hanger. That's usually, these battery mounting points are usually in line with that. All I did was I cut it by about 1/2 inch, and then I re-drilled all the holes on both sides, and the Master Pro batteries dropped right in. In my opinion, the EX30 should have come like this from the factory. There is no benefit, or there is no detriment to having the wheel like this. It is marginally heavier, but the way that the wheel handles and behaves, no different. Yeah, if you guys remember how the stock EX30 was, basically the battery started down here, they would come up to about here, and then you had this huge like empty space of just like this metal framing. And I mean, why, right? With the Master Pro batteries, you fill up that gap and it really fills out the entire wheel. It almost looks like the wheel was supposed to come like this. I did make my own fairing system. This is just to make the transition between the top battery boxes a little bit more in line with the top of the wheel. I also really hated the top seat foam that came stock on the EX30 because that constantly dug into my knees. And yeah, so that's gone. I do like my fairing system a lot more. It's pretty comfortable. It doesn't get in the way or anything like that. Seat's pretty nice, that's TPU, but that's whatever, it's kind of irrelevant to this. Partially covers the screen, but that's just kind of where I like to sit, so better to cover the handle and make it a little more comfortable for myself. In terms of performance for the wheel, this is I believe I mentioned that this was a V2 Master Pro battery. It's a 50E pack, but with 8 parallel groups, it's fine. I mean, you're not going to overdraw those batteries with the kind of capability that the EX30 has. In terms of range increase, I've gone from about, I mean, I could kill my EX30 with a stock 3,600 watt hour battery between 40 to 50 fun miles, and those last 10 miles between the 40 and 50 are kind of lame. With the new Master Pro battery, it's a 33% increase in the battery's capacity, so I get somewhere between like 60 to 80 really. I usually slow down a little bit anyways because I get a little bit tired. I'm not going to be just booking it at 45 constantly for hours on end. This is a new headlight. It's mediocre at best, and then I took one from Bagot and just siliconed my beeper onto the top of the headlight. Yeah, got to keep in line with the family, right? Other than that, I don't think there's really too much to talk about this wheel. I don't think there's not really anything else that I'm missing. The modification's pretty simple. Right now is basically the time to do this sort of modification if you guys are interested in doing it yourself, because there are more and more people parting out Master Pro V1s and Master Pro V2s. Master Pro V3, most people, I mean, some of those are very new. I have a very new one. But yeah, now is the time to do these modifications because you can get these batteries secondhand for quite a steal. I actually purchased these Master Pro batteries that I used for this modification. I got them from a part out from our wrecked Master Pro. The batteries had 4,000 miles on them, which that might sound like a lot to some people, but really you're probably looking at less than 2% battery degradation for 4,000 miles on a Master Pro battery, simply because the size of the battery is so big and the amount of range that you get is quite large, so the amount of charge cycles that you actually went through is similarly quite low. I paid 500 bucks for all 4 batteries. So that was, in my opinion, the deal of a century. And I got to be able to put this wheel together. And now my EX30 is probably going to be good for quite a while. I am not interested in any of the newer, higher speed stuff. I don't care to go that fast. And I just don't care to change the voltages that I'm on. But that's a topic for a different discussion. So if you guys have any other questions about how to do this modification, I mean, really, that's super easy to do. Pretty straightforward. Just measure twice, cut once. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.